Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to talk today about the flow of energy. Um, Firstly, the thing I wanted to say about these videos is if you are new to my channel, then this will be like, another video, maybe hopefully with a couple of nuggets in it for you to experience and take away. But if you are familiar with my channel, and the word familiar is going to come up again, then you know that most of my videos are usually faceless. I create videos around sort of angel numbers, law of attraction, twin flames, that sort of thing. And although that's not done, it's not gone away. It's very much so still a part of the things that I want to share. I've just been compelled to speak about certain things within that realm, but also kind of on the outskirts of that realm, that hopefully will resonate with someone. And it's a little bit nerve wracking because I'm not used to not consistently being on camera, even though I work face to face with people all the time. This is different because it's obviously on a bigger platform, but I'm compelled to do it. So here goes. Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk to you today about flow of energy. I saw someone on like another podcast that said something about, you meet someone new, boy meets girl, girl meets boy, that sort of thing. And you have this experience where you're like, I feel like I've known you forever. I feel like I've known you before. Something just feels familiar. You feel like family, that sort of thing. And she said, run. Basically, run as fast as you freaking can. And I was like, huh? And I'm thinking, well, I've always based a lot of my decision making on that feeling. It's like, yeah, this feels familiar. This feels familiar to me, feels good. Um, and then when she explained it more, I was like, oh, okay. And that's why we get into this pattern, because after a few sort of dating mistakes, even jobs, but we're talking about relationships, or anything relational, you get to a certain point after everything's gone sour and you're doing that sort of, taking stock of what you've been through. And you're like, huh, why do I keep doing the same thing over and over again? Because it was familiar. Familiar isn't bad though. It isn't. So, because here's the thing, that's why I said, and I'll touch on that a little bit more, but I just want to say familiar doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but I understand why she's saying to run, because familiar then means I've been here before, I've experienced this before, and it's almost like it's repetitive. It's the same thing again, same, what's the saying? New day, same shit, or whatever people say. So you're basically just going to have the same outcome, even though it's packaged different. Nothing's going to change. How you interact with each other, it's not going to change unless you do something. And there's one thing that you need to do, okay? And the one thing that you need to understand is the flow of energy, because that's all that this is, 100%. Now, when I say the flow of energy, have you ever come out of a situation, family, friends, relationships, whatever, and you say, you know what, I'm always the giver and I'm consistently being used. Like, people are consistently just take, and I'm always giving and pouring into other people, and I never seem to get even a little bit back. And if I do, and the thing is, I shouldn't even say that, I never seem to get the equal amount back, because you will get little bits back, and that's what we usually call breadcrumbing. And the reason why I'm saying breadcrumbing is because how can I put this? Now, I've got notes. If you see me looking down, it's because I had to write all this out before, some of it, just to keep me on track, before I made this video. But I wanted to say, like, when we feel used in any way, it's usually because we seem to forget that energy, like, say for instance, we're all fighting for energy. Yeah. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay. So we're all fighting for energy, right? That's the thing. That's where most of the wars start. That's where all the arguments start from. We're fighting for energy. It's the one thing that we want. And we tend to, especially if you've met somebody that's controlling, or you've been raised by someone that's controlling, that usually comes from a place of fear. And the fear is that the energy that they're taking from you, or that they're gaining from you, you will do something, move away, find someone else, start a new life, go in another direction, completely put the brakes on and just say, you know what, I need to love you from a distance. Whatever it is, the control part is because they're scared that the energy they're getting from you will somehow cease. It will stop. And then that feeling, that good feeling, that good vibe, that energy, that almost, like filling up a cup, basically, the cup or run off over. It run off over because they've taken from yours. So they're literally sipping on your cup, but you gave them the cup to drink. Let me just make that clear. You gave them the cup to drink, okay? So there's accountability in there, definitely, 100%. But at no point did they consider, and here's where their accountability comes in, at no point does a taker of energy ever consider that at some point you might be getting thirsty. You might need something to drink your damn self, okay? And at no point are they thinking to themselves, let me pause, tell them to stop, give them the cup that they've given to me, or that I am willingly taking from them. Let them sip, almost to replenish themselves, so they can continue giving back to me. No, they just keep drinking. And then the control comes in when it's like they get even an inkling, or just the smallest possibility, that you might take away their supply of energy. Now, usually the supply is intangible things. It could be money, it could be your time, love, sex, it doesn't matter what it is. But the umbrella over all of that is energy exchange. That's basically what it is. And if they then feel, say for instance, you go to your partner or whoever and you say, you know what, I can't do this no more, I've had enough. I can't stay like this. I can't, I need a break. I need to think. I need to, whatever it is. All of a sudden they're like, ah! Then you start getting breadcrumbed. And then some big epiphany hasn't happened and now they've changed everything. You'll start getting breadcrumbed and you'll accept. A lot of us tend to accept the breadcrumbs for a little while. You're being breadcrumbed. None of us are stupid. But you're so glad that you're getting something back in return that you accept it. But it's temporary. It's very much so temporary, because then you go right back to doing the very thing that you were doing before, or you put the brakes on completely and you just say, block, don't want to know, delete number, that's it. And usually that takes time. By then, you're depleted of all your energy and all your resources. You don't even know who you are anymore. You look in the mirror and you're like, it's like it's not computing. What do they say? The math ain't math. It's like you don't know who the heck this person is that's staring back at you in the mirror, because they've taken so much, and at the same time you've willingly given. But if we just knew, or if we could just understand, just for 1 second, if we could just understand that energy exchange works both ways. It's back and forth. I'm giving you energy, you're giving me energy. I'm giving you energy, you're giving me energy. That's why they say relationships are 100-100. They're not 50-50. We all seem to get that confused. And then we start talking about 50-50, and then we start talking in monetary terms. But relationships aren't monetary terms. I don't know how they became to be that. I guess from the provision and that sort of thing. And it's like, okay, that's all necessary. But relationships from a spiritual aspect are 100-100. And sometimes your 100 might be depleted. And in communication, you might find out that the other person only has 60% to give. So you're going to have to give that 400 that day. You were going to do it anyway, but you're already aware that they've got less to give. So you're not going to get back all of what you're giving. but it doesn't mean you won't get it back tomorrow or next week or the week after, because the majority of the time it's 100, 100. It allows you to think, it allows you to feel, it allows you to have clarity, it allows you to love and feel the love of the divine source of God, because you're using another human as a vessel to love on another person. And in the same way, you are now a vessel to love back on that person. And it's like a ping pong match. It's constantly going back and forth. When it comes to that, I just want to say, just consider who has access to your energy. And, make a conscious effort to be around people that are not only willing, but have the means to give you back the energy that you're pouring into them by whatever means. Just that energy, those good vibes. Be around people that, as they say, it's not even about matching energy. It's just, can you pour into me the way that I'm pouring into you? Because the last thing you want to do at work, in your relationship, even with your kids, actually, because if you teach them how to understand that, then they can do the same. That exchange can even happen with them, and they won't even know it. There's something about that ability to let go, and kids then match that energy without you even having to communicate. They're your kids; they came from you. But when it comes to relationships and work and things like that, just there's got to be that exchange. There's got to be that 100. You have to understand that it goes back and forth. So if it feels familiar, don't run. Now communicate what it is that you expect to receive from the other person in order for you to continue being and giving and living in that mindset and that heart scent that you are as a person. And so that you don't, it might be a temporary soulmate situation, because there's more than one. But if you come to the end of that situation, ship or relationship or soulmate ship or whatever ship it is you're on at the time, and you're depleted, then there was definitely 100% an energy mismatch. And you deserve so much more than that. So I want that for you. I don't know if this will resonate with anybody. I don't know. Hopefully this helps someone. But yeah, we're all striving for the same thing, and we've got to work out how to do this thing called life in the best way possible. And I truly feel that this is one of them. So yeah, if you appreciated anything that I said today and can resonate with this, or somebody that will benefit, then please do share it. Subscribe if you want more like this. Obviously helps the algorithm to get you to come back to whatever videos I have posted in the past and to come. And yeah, comment below and just say yes, if, or whatever you want to say, if you just want to share your thoughts on what's been said today. All right, have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.